Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Orlando, arguably the tourism capital of the USA, and specifically the transit that you can find in the city and surrounding area. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild one. This video will be covering Lynx, SunRail, LakeXpress, weird local transit, and intercity options only, as there are a lot of private operators providing services to various resorts, as well as Disney Transport, which I've made a separate video on, and the services provided by Universal Orlando. Let's start with the geography of the Orlando area. Greater Orlando, or the Orlando-Kissimmee-Sanford Metropolitan Statistical Area, to give it its full name, is located in the center of Florida. It consists of Lake, Orange, Osceola, and Seminole counties. The anchor of the region and its largest city is Orlando in Orange County. Other major cities are Kissimmee in the south and Sanford in the north. Like I said earlier, Orlando is a major tourist destination, with major attractions including Disney World, Universal Orlando, SeaWorld, the International Drive Corridor, and many, many more. Orlando International Airport, MCO, is located in the southeast of Orange County and is the area's primary commercial airport. It is served by Lynx routes 11, 42, 51, 311, 407, and 436S, which serve Terminal A. Terminal A is directly connected to Terminal B, and passengers can access Terminal C via the Terminal Link People Mover. The region's secondary airport is Orlando Sanford International Airport, located in Sanford as the name would suggest. There is no public transit service to this airport. The biggest transit operator in the Orlando area is Lynx, which operates a bus-only network with 68 routes, 9 demand-responsive transit zones, and paratransit serving Orange, Osceola, and Seminole counties. The full name for the transit agency is the Central Florida Regional Transportation Authority, or CFRTA. Most bus routes run 7 days a week, with a few not running on Sundays. Lynx refers to its routes as Lynx, and they can be divided into several categories. The first are infrequent routes, which are on screen. These routes run every roughly 60 minutes. Next are frequent routes, which run every 30 minutes or better during the day. Those links are also on screen now. The next category of route is the express routes which feature one or more sections of express running with no intermediate stops. These are links 38, 300, 311, and 350. Lynx operates 3 BRT light lines branded LIMO. Link 60 is the Orange Line, which operates as a north-south circulator running from Amelia Street to the Church Street SunRail station, also serving Link Central Station. This line runs every 12 to 17 minutes weekdays, every 15 minutes Saturdays, and every 30 minutes Sundays and holidays. Link 61 is the Lime Line, which is another north-south circulator running from Gore Street to Marks Street via the downtown core and Link Central Station. This line runs every 30 minutes on weekdays only. Last is Link 62, the Grapefruit Line, which is an east-west circulator running from Westmoreland Drive to Summerlin Avenue via the south part of the downtown core. It runs every 12 to 20 minutes weekdays, every 15 minutes on Saturdays, and every 30 minutes on Sundays and holidays. Next are the select routes, which only run a limited number of trips per day. These are links 301 to 304, 306, and 701. Links 307, 405, 426, and 705 are local circulator routes. All but the 307 operate roughly every 60 minutes, while the 307 operates roughly every 30 minutes. The last category are the fast links, links 407, 418, and 441. These routes feature limited stops to speed up trips and 60-minute headways. Lynx has some numbering patterns that I also like to point out. Numbers in the 1 to 59 and 100 to 200 range are standard local routes. Numbers in the 60s are LIMO routes. The 300s are reserved for routes serving Disney World, and the 400s are for local circulators and fast links. Last, the 700s are 2 routes serving the West Colonial Drive area. NeighborLink is Lynx's demand-responsive transit system. This functions similarly to a rideshare, except vehicles may make multiple stops en route to your destination to pick up and drop off other passengers. There are 9 zones numbered in the 800s. Service is available in all zones Monday to Friday, and in some zones on Saturdays. There is no service on Sundays and holidays. Access Links is Lynx's paratransit service, a demand-responsive service designed for people with disabilities that make it hard or impossible for them to ride normal fixed-route transit. Interested passengers must fill out an application and be accepted into the program in order to ride. As far as fares go, the standard one-way fare is $2 or $1 with a reduced fare. Lynx also offers all-day, 7-day, and 30-day passes, $4.50, $16, and $50 respectively. The fare for NeighborLink is the same as normal fixed-route fares at $2. Regular fares come with a free transfer as long as it is used within 90 minutes. You can pay your fare in cash by purchasing a pass through Lynx's website or authorized retailers, through Lynx's app, or by tapping your bank card or contactless-enabled phone. Lynx has transfers to various other transit systems in the area. Lynx connects to Disney Transport at the Transportation and Ticket Center in Disney Springs, to Universal's transportation services at Epic Universe and City Walk, to Polk County's Citrus Connection at US 192 and Legacy Boulevard, Poinciana SunRail Station, and Poinciana Walmart Center, to a Freebee zone around the Kissimmee SunRail Station, to Lake County's LakeXpress at US 192 and Legacy Boulevard, Park Avenue, and Anthony House, to Volusia County's Votran via SunRail, Seminole County's Scout demand-responsive transit from various SunRail stations and the University of Central Florida Superstop, and to Beep autonomous shuttles at the Nemours Children's Hospital. Lynx operates numerous transit hubs throughout the area, most of which are known as superstops. The biggest is Lynx Central Station, located in the Central Business District, and features an attached SunRail station. Other hubs include the Disney Springs Transfer Center, the airport, Kissimmee Station, Poinciana Walmart Center, Destination Parkway Superstop, Florida Mall Superstop, Washington Shores Superstop, West Oaks Mall Superstop, Apopka Superstop, Rosemont Superstop, Winter Park Village, and the University of Central Florida Superstop. Lynx operates a fleet of 342 buses, the majority of which are from Gillig, being a mix of the BRT and BRT Plus models, as well as one low-floor Plus. Most of them are 40 feet long, with a handful being 35 feet long. Lynx also operates a small number of New Flyer XN60s. Last, Lynx operates a small number of buses from Proterra, being a mix of Catalyst BE35 and ZX5s. The buses are maintained at two facilities, the Lynx Operations Center off John Young Parkway and the Osceola Satellite Facility in Kissimmee. The next major operator is LakeXpress, serving the fourth county of the region, Lake County. The agency operates 9 routes and a paratransit service. LakeXpress routes run hourly on weekdays only. The one-way fare is $1 or $3 for a day pass, $8 for a 10-ride pass, and $30 for a 30-day pass. Discounted fares for select groups are also available. LakeXpress has a small fleet of 18 buses, all of the Gillig low-floor model in both 29 and 35-foot lengths. The last major operator is SunRail, a commuter rail line serving Osceola, Orange, Seminole, and Volusia counties in the north-south corridor. The service operates on weekdays only, running every 30 minutes during peak times and less frequently during the off-peak period. Many SunRail stations have connections to Lynx routes. The system has only one service, which runs the full length of the line from Poinciana to DeLand. The line is 61.3 miles long with 17 stations. It operates as part of the National Rail Network and as such uses 1,432mm or 4-foot 8.5-inch standard gauge track. The system has a fleet of 11 Motive Power Industries MP32PH-Q diesel-electric locomotives, which pull a fleet of 23 Bombardier bi-level cars. 10 of the cars are cab cars, allowing the train to be driven in either direction without the need for a second locomotive, while the remaining 13 are standard coaches. The line's maintenance and storage facility is located to the north of Sanford Station. For fares, SunRail uses a zone-based system, with riders paying more the more zones they travel through. Each zone on SunRail corresponds to the entirety of one county, meaning there are 4 zones. The fare for riding within a single zone is $2, with the cost going up by $1 for every additional zone you pass through. A discount is available if you purchase a round-trip ticket, if you are transferring from Lynx or Votran, and for select groups. Riders can buy tickets at ticket vending machines at each station by using SunRail's mobile app or by using the reloadable Sun card. An addendum to SunRail is the fact that their horns are absolutely awful. I will play a clip as an example now. Next is internal transportation at Orlando International Airport. Due to Terminal C being located far away from Terminals A and B, transportation is required to get between them. The airport provides the Terminal Link, an automated people mover, between Terminal B and the Brightline station, as well as a shuttle bus between Terminal B and Terminal C proper. Both operate fare-free and 24/7. There are 2 more demand-responsive transit operations in Greater Orlando. Freebee, which runs many demand-responsive transit zones throughout Florida, has a zone centered on Kissimmee and the train station there. It operates on weekdays only. Seminole County has the Scout service, operating in conjunction with Freebee. This service operates 7 days a week in 5 zones. Riders can travel from one zone to any of the other zones, paying more the more zones they travel through, similar to SunRail. Trips range in cost from $4 to $14, with a $1 surcharge applied during peak times. The second to last transit mode is what I would consider to be a gadget bond, or a bespoke transit mode that's more gimmicky than practical. That is the service operated by Beep. Beep uses small autonomous pod vehicles that run on the streets at a top speed of 15 miles per hour. The vehicles follow fixed routes and only drop off and pick up passengers at designated stops like a bus. Of course, a gadget bond system like this would be used in Florida. The areas would probably be better served by standard demand responsive transit or by small buses. The first zone is in Lake Nona with multiple routes serving the area. The other zone is in Altamont Springs with a single route serving Altamont Mall, Advent Health Altamont Springs, and Cranes Roost Park. I don't think I can express how much these gadgety systems irk me. Moving on, let's talk about the final mode in Orlando, the iRide Trolley. This is a replica trolley bus system. I find these vehicles to be tacky, but that's a whole different video, with 2 lines serving the International Drive corridor. Frequencies range from every 20 minutes to every 45 minutes. Fare are $2 per ride, with unlimited passes ranging from 1 to 14 days also available for purchase. A second replica trolley service in Greater Orlando is the Sanford Trolley, which operates with 2 routes serving various areas of the city. The trolley operates all days except Sundays and is fare-free. Moving on, we'll finish up with non-air intercity travel options, starting with the boring option, buses. Operators serving Orlando include Greyhound, ew, Flixbus, Megabus, Tornado Bus Company, and Red Coach. Greyhound, ew, is by far the largest operator, even having their own dedicated bus station, which is served by Lynx 25 and 303. The better intercity option is rail, of which there are a handful of options in Orlando. First is Amtrak, whose Silver Meteor and Floridian trains run through the Orlando area. The Floridian is a temporary, albeit long-term, amalgamation of the Silver Star and Capital Limited, running between Miami and Chicago Union Station. The Silver Meteor runs between Miami and New York Penn Station. There are 3 stations in Greater Orlando served by these trains. All 3 of these stations are also served by SunRail. First is Winter Park in the north, which is served by Lynx 1, 9, 23, 43, and 102. Just south of downtown is Amtrak's Orlando station, signed as Orlando Health/Amtrak. It is served by Link 40 as well as Amtrak thruway coaches, which stretch the reach of Amtrak further than the rail system alone. Last is Kissimmee in the south, which is served by the aforementioned Freebee zone, as well as links 10, 18, 28, 55, 56, 57, 108, 407, and 441. Amtrak's Auto Train is a special rail service that allows passengers to bring their cars on the train with them. The service runs between dedicated stations in Sanford, Florida, serving Orlando, and Lorton, Virginia, serving Washington, D.C. At the Sanford stations, transfers are available to Sanford's Trolley, which also connects to the Sanford SunRail station. The other intercity rail operator in Orlando is Brightline, which runs a higher speed service from the airport to downtown Miami. That's a look into the transit system of Orlando, which starts off pretty normal and then in classic American, and especially Floridian fashion, gets weirder the deeper you look into it. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. If you want to support the channel further, consider joining on Patreon or YouTube memberships for early access to videos, bonus footage, and more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.